The next question then asks us, what is the purpose of the business? Now, because we've already established that it's a private business, we will know that profit is got to be its main purpose. But we can also find out by looking around the website and get an idea of how old it is and where it is in its growth and its journey in terms of its business and its development of its business. So, there are questions. Is it in survival stage? Is it looking to break even? Is it growing? Is it diversifying? Are there lots of things, other different revenues and activities that it's offering to bring in more money? Is it a market leader? What about its customer service? And so all of those things we could try and find out and discover on the website. And again, I've gone to the About pages up here. So if we go to the About pages again, just spend some time looking through the About page and you'll find out some history. So here we are, established in 1987. And so that makes it well over 30 years old. And you can see there's a little bit about it, the history and the background. We've already looked at its location. Our story is quite useful to be aware of, how the journey that they've been on, and you can see here with these dates how they've grown and developed, and you can also see how they've diversified in terms of what they've been able to offer. And you can see here, this is really interesting, 2021. So after nearly 40 years of training instructors, we launched an accelerated outdoor instructor course, and that was a new bit of diversification, if you like. And then this one, faced with the uncertainty of coronavirus outbreak, we founded the Mendip Base Camp. So they're offering different revenue sources, of different things to bring in money for the business, which is obviously really, really important. I spent a bit of time looking at all of the website areas up here to establish what I did about the business. So we can see that it's passed through the survival and break-even stages. It continues to grow. It continues to offer lots of different activities. And if we come, for example, for Family Days Out and we go to Activities page, we're going to look at this a little bit more detail going forward. But just for now, you can see across the top here, look at all of the different things that they offer. And you can see how well the business has grown and it's diverse in terms of its offering. And it also says, I found on the page, that it sees itself as the biggest and most reputable outdoor activity provider in the Southwest. Let's just actually go there. That's About again. And then if we see here, we have grown into the biggest and most reputable outdoor activity provider in the Southwest. All right, so you can get an idea of what it's offering, but also its purpose. And clearly, as we've said, because it's a private business, it's obviously going to be making a profit. The next question asks, what is the staff structure and what role does each member of staff have? Now, it's really important to be aware that not every website is going to have this information. It's certainly not as clear cut as that. So I think when you're doing your research, don't worry if you can't find this. But again, with a little bit of reading, you can find in the About, I found here our story, and it talks about the founders and etc. and how the structure is set up. To an extent, you might also want to look at job opportunities again. If we go back to job opportunities, you can see the type of employers that they're looking to employ. For the next question, are all staff full-time? Are some part-time? Do they employ seasonal workers? I think this is, again, the job page is exactly the place to look for. So we've seen already, you can scroll down, you can see that we've got rock climbing instructors, freelance, full-time chefs, etc. We've looked at this already, but what I think you should do as well is go and view the details. If we look in the details, you get a little bit more of an idea about how the structure works in terms of full-time, part-time. And what I found by looking in more detail about this is the terminology here is pretty much the same about the job and about you. So you can see with some research that they do offer some full-time, as in this one here, and they also offer part-time or fixed term as well as freelance employees, and that's just come from the jobs page. And the next question there is, what benefits does it offer its staff? And again, I looked through the job pages here, I scroll down a little bit, and you can see here that it says the main benefits, not all of that, let's go from here, the main benefits of working for a family-owned independent activity centre. So it's talking about it's family-owned, etc. We believe in training and will support you with your relevant training. So plus free recreational skiing and snowboarding. So it does give them an opportunity to take part in some of the activities. But I think that bit there, that we also believe in training and will support you with any training is quite useful to be aware of, because you can use that again with the information that perhaps you might be given in your actual assessment. If we look at how does it market itself and its products and services, I think first thing to do is go right down to the bottom of the page. You can see we've said already that it's got the social platforms there, and if we click on those, which is probably a useful, sensible idea to do, you can see how they operate and the presence they have in on those platforms. But also, its website is really good. I think it's a professional looking website. It's well done with video. It shows all the different activities it has. It's really easy to use, and it's intuitive in terms of moving around, and it shows a real range of everything that it offers. So I think the answer to the question is that it's got a really professional website, lots of information and lots of testimonials, and that's something to look out for as well. The idea of talking about or searching for testimonials and social proof is important. I found some on the schools residential page. So let's go to education, schools residential. And if we scroll out that right down, you can see there's a 5-day residential there, but even further down, just looking, we will see that there are a huge number, or a good number of residentials. They gained so much from the experience. We are a group of students learning with disabilities. Yeah, thanks for your assistance and support in booking. Last 5 years of work, this was the best activity centre visit we've had. And so it goes on, and so there's lots of social proof, which is obviously really important, as we've mentioned, the social media as well.